Live draft on Underdog, promo code Smitty. On Underdog Best Ball, promo code Smitty. That's how we're going to get it going tonight. 2026 Fantasy Football Draft. The 2026 season starts now. File on in 1.1. Doing it live. The Fantasy Football Show. Guys, if you didn't watch this, go watch this as well. The Fantasy Football Show Graveyard Edition begins right now. File on in.
You're watching a
Graveyard Stream.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
We're going to be drafting from the one spot here. Your boy started the draft early because it's better than having Snipe City going on, I think, half the time. We'll definitely draft together a lot this offseason, but some of these I'm going to need to show you guys a little bit how to roll. So here we go. 1.1 Bijan. Let's see who we're rocking with here. Love the Pickens and Nico double stack right here with Bijan. I'm going to go Pickens and Nico back to back. It gives me some solid wide receivers to go with Bijan. That's unbelievable. Smitty, as a Niner fan, like we said, Marv is overrated. Tried to tell these Cardinal fans. Okay, Geronimo. Not sure where that's even coming from, but I appreciate you being here. Husseini in the building. Appreciate Husseini doing it live. All right, your boy drafting from the one spot here. If you guys want to participate, do a draft right alongside of us. Promo code Smitty. Underdog, link in the description of the video. Code Smitty gets you 50% match on your first deposit, all the way up to $1,000. We're just doing probably the one draft tonight, but I do urge you guys to sign up and partake in these amazing drafts that allow you to get started on the 2026 season right now. Right now, jump into a draft. It's such a good time. Knowing all the things you know now, what you've learned last year, trying to apply it to this year, not being afraid of early quarterback, not being afraid of getting 2 or 3 amazing quarterbacks, not being afraid of some of the sleepers we're drafting that allow you to go bold and take up Bowers and mid-round 2. Love that approach. Don't like the Jacobs pick that got paired with that, but it is what it is. What's going on, everybody? Following it. Husseini in the building, Larry in the building. And I've got the Rumblers. Who's over on Rumble right now? We've got Aldi in the building over on the Rumble side of the fence. Aldi, appreciate you. Hit that thumb up button. Subscribe on Rumble and on YouTube on your way in the door. Links are in the description of both videos. What do I think of Darnold's story? Should they make a movie out of it? I don't know, bro. Darnold's, he's fine. He's a... Like, if you think you're going to get me or anybody to say he's more than a good to great quarterback, he's not a great to elite quarterback, but he's a good he's just like Brock Purdy. He's just like Jared Goff. Like, these are good, solid quarterbacks that if you put them in the right position, they can get the job done. That's what Sam Darnold's doing. And he's very, very good. Doesn't mean he's elite. He's not a top 5 quarterback or anything. I don't know what you're driving at tonight, but no one's buying that if that's what you're trying to potentially cook up. The 12 picks got James Cook, McBride, AJ Brown, and Etienne's 4 solid players. 11 spots got CeeDee Lamb, Hampton, Kyron Williams, and Garrett Wilson. Intriguing. Third spot is from the 10th spot. St. Brown, JJ, McConkey, and McLaurin. Never a great idea to go quad wide receivers when you're talking about, like, what's McLaurin doing for you there? You're just losing an opportunity to grab a running back. Hendy went a little too early in this draft. He's been falling into round 5, so this person doesn't know ADP. is dropping. They're just taking Hendy too high. Hendy's fallen to the 5th round. It's good value there. 4th round is risky because of what, how this coaching staff misuses him. I'm talking about a story from never giving up and winning it all. Unreal. I don't know, bro. He won a Super Bowl. He plays in the NFL. What are you talking about? What does everybody try to drum up? He's an NFL player that plays for a team that has the best defense in the league, and they got JSN. Like, I don't know what story you're talking about. Like, does he have one leg and we don't know about it? Did he do this with one leg and we have no idea? He covered it up, put a sock on it. We've no clue that he's been doing it like no one else. I don't understand. Like, what do you got? Won a Super Bowl? You want a movie made about it? Like, bro, relax. What's going on here? What happened? What did Darnold do? What did Darnold do to deserve a movie? What are you talking about? All right. They act like he walks on water. All right. This is this is a good spot for Lamar. And I've got 2 wide receivers I wouldn't mind grabbing. This is where I would love. Let's go. I guess we'll go Harvey here. This is where I would love to get like McConkey. And he's going too high. McConkey went freaking 3rd round. But that's a squad right there. Bijan, Pickens, Nico, Lamar, Harvey.
Motion detected at the front door.
Loving that. Darnold. What do you think about Darnold in his movie? Do you think he should be getting a movie? Bro's still playing. They don't make movies about you till you're gone. You're gone and done doing your thing. Like, what are we gonna make a movie in the middle of his career? I've never heard that in my life, bro. You think you should make a movie about him while he's in the middle of his career? The guy that could turn into a pumpkin at any moment. He's not right now. He's very well supported, but I guess that's an entertaining movie. About a guy that can turn into a pumpkin. And decides not to. He decided not to. It's funny. You're at least making me laugh, bro. A movie, Darnold. Bro, Darnold doesn't deserve a movie. Why doesn't Kenneth Walker deserve a movie? Why does Darnold deserve a movie? Does JSN deserve a movie? Why not make a movie about Randy Moss while you're at like that? That's somebody I could get behind making a movie about. His time's done. It's time to make a movie. We making movies. Yeah, make one about Tom Brady. Tom Brady's story is so Darnold could even be a fart at the beginning of the movie in a preview for a Tom Brady movie. You talk about making Darnold movies. You haven't made Tom Brady movie yet. What are you talking about? Smitty is a Darnold hater. No, I'm a realist. You're in here talking about a movie for Sam Darnold? Like, who's going to make a movie about Sam? No one's going to watch that. No one's going to watch a Sam Darnold movie. What are you talking about? Talk about making a movie for Sam Darnold before Tom Brady. What are we doing? Now let me guess. You're going to say that Tom Brady doesn't deserve a movie? That guy, that's a story, bro. A guy that becomes the greatest of all time when essentially no one even wanted him. What about Kurt Warner? They made a movie about that. That's why, because it's an amazing story. Darnold's story is not an amazing story. It's interesting, I suppose, but like make a story about the guy that the trash man on my corner is more of an interesting story. Is Pierce cooked? Yeah. I mean, he's cooked for 5 years, bro. Carrot Top. Brady needs a movie. Brady does need a movie. I don't know what this number 10 overall person is doing. Makes no sense. 0 cents, man. Darnold's story is better than Warner's. Bro, please indulge us. Kurt Warner's story is one of the most magnificent sports stories in the history of sports. Darnold again deserves a preview about a fart before a movie begins. Not even a full preview, like one of those 10-second previews. What are you talking about? Darnold over Kurt Warner, bro. Tell me you're wearing Darnold and Seahawk glasses without telling me you're wearing them. Kurt Warner's one of the best stories ever told, bro. Silver. I leave it to Silver. Parker Washington shouldn't be here. Michael Wilson Jr. shouldn't be here. Look at that team. Bijan, Pickens, Nico, Lamar, Harvey, Parker Washington, and Michael Wilson. The only thing it's lacking, Sam Darnold. Let's see. Is Sam Darnold gone yet? No. The guy that's going to get a movie isn't getting drafted in the 7th round. We'll see how far he falls. Oh, bro. Nobody cares about Kurt Warner. Yeah, they do. Kurt Warner's story's like Rudy Rudiger's story. Rudy and Kurt are like two peas in a pod. Two of the best stories in the history of sports, bro. Come on. Tell me you don't know ball. My boy. Darnold was drafted number 3. It's such a good story. He came out of nowhere. Oh, Travis, you're just getting in here. You've missed the show of a lifetime. I feel bad that you don't even have the context. Jeez, bro. Oh. Yeah, you missed a doozy. Oh, bro. You've missed a doozy, Travis. This is one for the ages. Love the team so far. Bijan, Pickens, Nico, Lamar, Harvey, Parker Washington, Michael Wilson's fantastic. We got people acting like Darnold's special. He deserves a movie. He deserves a movie. Hey, Smitty, what do you think about the concept of the movie? That Darnold deserves to be in his own movie. Not over, Tom Brady can wait for his movie. Kurt Warner. and then they think that Darnold's story is better than Kurt Warner. And then Silver hit him with some Silver, no nonsense slap talk. Silver, I could just see Silver spat before he said it too. He went, Darnold's number 3 overall, son. Oh. Yeah, Darnold, Goff, Purdy. It's all the same, really. Geronimo, people had the Cardinals over the Seahawks. Somehow you guys think Cardinal hitting the Cardinals hurts me or something. Spike Lee films. Sam Darnold rises up from the ether, number 3 overall pick. He's still, he went away, came back, turned into a pumpkin, then rose up from the ashes. Can you imagine making a movie about Darnold? No, first of all, no one would see it. No one would go watch a Darnold movie. Zero people. Or maybe the 2 or 3 in here. Zero. You gotta make. You don't make a movie about Tom Brady. Imagine pitching it to somebody, be like, okay, 2 concepts. One about Brady, one about Darnold. Yeah, has Darnold been drafted, selected yet? I don't see Darnold picked yet. We're entering near the end of the 8th round, and Darnold has not been selected. This guy, you can't have a movie made about you unless you go in single-digit rounds. Let's see if we get lucky. Darnold has not. Nope, Purdy went. Purdy got selected. Let's see. Well, that's good news that I get to grab him right here. Just kidding. Let's go. Man, I kind of feel like Rico's going to do something. I'm going to go Jadarian Price. I'm going to take the rook. I think he's going to have a nice little... Okay, I have no tight end yet. Aronde Gasson sitting here. He says, Smitty, take me. All right, we enter round 9. The Darnold sweepstakes. Let's make a movie about a guy who just won a Super Bowl that no one will draft in single-digit rounds. He deserves a movie. He really does. This is disrespectful at this point. Sam Darnold, who he just won a Super Bowl, and he has not been selected in the top 97. Here we go. Top 100. He missed the cut. Sam Darnold did not go in the top 100. I bet some people in here think that Sam Darnold belongs in the top 100 athletes for 2026. He can't even make the top 100. There he goes. There he goes. 102. There he goes. All right, phone lines are open if you guys want to dial in. You know what to do. Darnold got that ring. He sure did. Got that ring, but he's still getting drafted in the hundreds. It's funny. It's funny stuff. Gotta say, I love this team. Only thing I'm a little bit, hesitant of right now, and I still get to swing back around, is just, my running back 3, 4, whatever. And Harvey has a little bit of risk to, but that's the only risk my team has. So it's a fun risk to take. So Bijan, Harvey, got Pickens, Nico, Parker Washington, Michael Wilson Jr. You can't get better receivers than that. This is what's so asinine to me. When you look over at this draft slot number 10, where you go St. Brown, JJ, McConkey, McLaurin, and Lemon, I've got better wide receivers than him. And he went 5 straight wide receivers. I have a better wide receiver room than him. Like, taking Lemon and McLaurin, I understand McConkey, JJ, St. Brown, you want to do a triple wide. I get it. It's advantageous if you hit the running backs right. But this man literally drafted. Who's drafting at the 10 spot? Tell me it's not the same guy. This looks like the same team that got drafted the other night. Who is this? Zartan. Who is this? Cesar Tane. What are we doing, bro? Burrow, Herbert, T-Law. First running back's Chuba Hubbard. Kittle's not even going to play, to start the year. But those 5 wide receivers, my 4 wide receivers are better than his 5. And he went straight 5. That's why I'm just telling you, don't draft that nonsense of going straight down the board. It makes no sense at all. DJ, you're live.
Best show on the planet, Smitty.
Thanks, pal.
The whole Darnold thing is it's pretty interesting. But what is good was that he was drafted, 3, right? And who do we have? Allen? Help me out. Lamar?
Yeah.
Baker? He beat him to the punch.
Mm-hmm.
Which goes to show you, so many you're positioned in the right team and space, you can get it done. I mean, I don't think on any planet Donald is better than Lamar or an Allen, just from a talent standpoint, right?
Yeah.
And then what number 10 and that 10 spot is doing, I don't quite get it. I don't, the strategy behind that.
What do you mean?
Maybe.
What do you mean?
Well, he's went 5 or 6, 5 or 6 wide receivers.
The 10 draft slot. I got you. Yeah, no, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's on auto.
Yeah, I thought you might. Yeah, you might have some insight on that. I don't quite get the strategy. Maybe after your first three,
well,
you see what we can. And then three QBs back to back.
Well, let's watch how quickly he drafts. If it's instant, that means he's on auto. So we'll check that out in a second. But here's my team. My team filled out real nicely, and I did end up doing a good thing there with the RBs here. So I got Bijan, I got Pickens, Nico, Lamar Jackson, RJ Harvey, Parker Washington, Michael Wilson. I went Jadarian Price. I went Gadsden. Then I got DeMont, which I think is pretty damn good. Monty's a very, very good selection there. Where I kind of need points. I need somebody that can score touchdowns and just get me like 10 points, 6 points every week, no matter what. I got Jonah Coleman to go with Jadarian Price. I think one of them will land in a good spot. So I feel pretty good about this team. The team feels freaking awesome.
I think it's strong, man. It's a strong squad. I like that Harvey there in the fourth. You could have went fourth or fifth because you got one, but love that for that start. And then getting back with Gadsden. Nice. Yeah. I didn't realize Parker Washington was, what did you grab him in the sixth? I can't see it. I'm like,
6, 7 turn. So 7th round practically.
Okay.
It's great.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was going there, But I guess that's ideal. I hear you, man.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to chime in on the Super Bowl on yesterday. Of course, I was listening. And Travis is in the room. Yeah, the Pats are way ahead of schedule, man. I don't know that at the beginning of the year we thought they'd be doing what they're doing. I just hope they don't flatline. They got to surround them, help them out. We don't want, again, I keep saying this, but we don't want another Allen situation.
Well, you also don't want another like Bengals. They get Jamar Chase, they go straight there, and then they don't close, and then they don't ever go back since. But
right.
So we'll see. I really think Vrabel. I hate saying this over and over. Like, I know he just went to a Super Bowl, but I just think Vrabel's got to prove that he can take that next step for me. Like the acknowledgement of what he did right and wrong. Like, look, not everybody's perfect. You're gonna have a season where you make mistakes. Like, does he understand the mistakes he's made, or does he really just think everything was run properly and they didn't consider? I mean, not using Hendy. What do they think Hendy is? Do they look at him as a guy that they don't want to use as a full-time rusher? Then we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's why Hendy's fallen to the 5th round, and for good reason, because you don't know what his usage will be. But I love him. I think 5th, 6th round is definitely a decent place to grab him for sure.
Yeah, that does seem like some good value. Did they re-sign, or did they sign Stevenson to a new deal? Did I miss that?
He's on what? He's got one more year, so.
Okay.
1 or 2.
I thought they had signed. I thought they had given him a new deal or something like that sometime this year or the beginning.
Yeah, he's not,
and then you
not
turn
a free
around.
agent. Unfortunately, he's not a free agent.
Yeah. I think Henry will be okay, for sure. McDaniel, I mean, hey, man, he got those guys to the Super Bowl. I don't know what they could have done. 2 rookies on the left side, neither one of them can help each other. It's kind of like, it's like, can you help me out? Can you help me out? Between Campbell and the other, the guard was a rookie. Campbell, the O-line for the Pats. Campbell at left tackle and the guard.
Use Hendy. That's all. That's one step, but they decided not to do that. I mean, he is the most explosive player, and they decided not to use him. I mean, even the last play, he ripped off a nice little reception that they got the over for everybody that had the over on the yards.
And if you want to help the young man out, run the ball. Keep running it. Keep the ball away. It was something else. But hindsight's 20/20. But they'll be all right, man. I feel that they'll be back. They'll be in the thick of things from that standpoint. Clint Kubiak heading to the Raiders. All systems go there. I'm a believer behind them. Mendoza, I think, will be coming in. Genty. Man, and all systems go. I'm curious, but I thought they might get him, bringing him in. Chargers bringing in, oh my gosh, Gase. Oh God.
Yeah, but fortunately, he won't be doing much. But It is a dumb decision. It certainly doesn't make you better, so hopefully it doesn't make them worse on any level. If they lean on him for something,
Yeah, I didn't quite see that. I don't see the benefit winning that. I don't see that they made him better.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't make anything better, is what I said. But the question is, will it make anything worse? Will they lean on Gase for anything? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I hope that's not the case. But all in all, we're looking pretty. I don't know if you're drafted right now, man.
I'm gonna let you go real quick. So go one more thing, and then I'm gonna roll.
Nah, man, I'm good. Best on the planet.
All right, thanks, DJ. Later, bro.
Later.
Yeah. Stevenson's better than no, he's not, bro. Geronimo, stop trying to ruffle feathers. If you even want to stay here, that's all you want to do. That's all you want to do is ruffle feathers. Nobody cares about the Darnold thing, so stop. Both of you stop with your Darnold thing. It was funny for a while, but it's like it's done. That's done. Acting like you like Stevenson over Hendy, stop. It's ridiculous. Super Bowl prediction. Honestly, a little early to tell. I will probably say. I don't know if I'm ready to lock it down. I would just say that from the NFC, I'm gonna roll with the top 3 or 4 teams. I'd say. I guess I would say LA Rams. I think I said this the other night too. LA Rams, Seattle Seahawks, Detroit Lions. For now. AFC side of the fence, I'm going to say Buffalo. I think New England, like Seattle, needs to be considered, obviously. Chargers. Broncos might have something to say about that. KC's still going to be, a force. Packers, no thanks. I'm not a big believer in Jordan Love. I think he's okay. I think he's the same thing as Goff, Darnold. They're all the same kind of quarterback, bro. Could Love win a Super Bowl? If his defense does decide to play as good as Seattle's, absolutely. But I don't know. We'll see. All right, this is getting a little bit. We'll go Brissett here. Getting thin here. I've got some solid. Oh, damn, man. I need a wide receiver. I timed out on Franklin. That 20 seconds came quick on that second time around. Franklin ain't bad, though. I mean, he's got some upside. At least he's going to score some points, I think. He's definitely going to be relevant to a degree. I hate this little delay they've got going on when you time out or auto on a pick. It takes forever. And it took all that guy's time. That's what happened. That's crazy. Or did it take all his time? Maybe not. Maybe it gives you 17 seconds. I don't know. Thoughts on Malik Willis? I think he's a good quarterback if he gets to the right team. I think Miami's not that right team. I think Miami's probably the lead dog candidate for Malik Willis because there's a lot of Green Bay ties there in Miami from GM to head coach. So feels like it could be a fit. I think that you put him in. You put Malik Willis in Minnesota, it'd be pretty good. Mac Jones would be preferable. But Mac might not be available unless the Vikings bring a thunderous offer, man. This team's looking solid. I'm really, really liking this team. Bijan, I'm in the 1 spot. Pickens, Nico, Lamar Jackson, RJ Harvey, Parker Washington, Michael Wilson Jr., Jadarian Price, Barande Gadsden, David Montgomery, Jonah Coleman, Romeo Dobbs. Alvin Kamara was a decent pick that late in round 13. Jacoby Brissett, Troy Franklin timed out, but I don't mind that pick. Go ahead, Purple John, you're live.
Hey, Smitty, thanks for taking the call. I just want to know what's the highest you'd be willing to pay in a Dynasty 12-team Superflex League for Bashal Tutin, the dude that you were super high on. I'm assuming you're still really high on.
Bashal, I love Bashal, the facial Tootin. What would you say? What's the highest Dynasty pick? Like rookie?
Yeah, no. What's the most you'd be willing to pay for him, especially if they don't have enough cap space to pay ETN?
They will. They'll have enough to pay ETN.
Regardless, he's still pretty young, and he was like 21.
Yeah. I mean, his value is going to depend on that, though. You know, like right now, assuming things, I assume they're bringing ETN back, so I wouldn't give up the world for him. But if we knew ETN was gone, then I definitely would. I mean, you have to give me some options. I would equating it to like draft capital is pretty easy, like rookie picks, but. I mean, give me some.
Yeah, would you pay the 111? Would you pay the 112?
Sure.
202.
I give the 202 and 111 for Tootin if he's starting. But with the current circumstances, though, no. But if you told me that, ETN, like hypothetically, is gone, I can guarantee that. I got the Gray's Book Sports Almanac. He starts 17 games for blah, blah, blah. You told me, and I knew I would certainly go preemptively get Tootin and give up that kind of value. Sure. Late first round pick, no problem. I'd probably go down. If you threw him into the rookie draft as a starter for Liam Cohen, you're talking about like number 7 overall, maybe. I don't even want to lose followers by telling you how high I would keep climbing. I might go a lot higher than that, but 1.17 easy. 1.7, 1.8. If he's starting for Liam Cohen, that's an elite running back, bro. I would probably say I'd go a lot higher than that. But with what we know now, though, you got to plan for the worst, you know. But he's still good. Like, would I give up a 2.1 for him? I think I still would. Absolutely. Would I give up the 1.10 alone, the 110 for Tootin? I think I would.
And do you put Jaden Blue in that same category?
No.
I know he had like one game where he popped off.
No. Jaden Blue is not sniffing Tootin's jockstrap right now in terms of value. Not even close. Number 1, Jaden Blue impressed no one, unfortunately. I liked him a lot too, but he impressed no one. And Tootin was drafted by Liam Cohen to be his workhorse eventually. And while there's some fumble problems and ETN's kind of in the way, if ETN, like I said, is out of the way, then Tootin's going to be fed, bro. Whereas Jaden Blue has no... Javonte is going to be brought back. So Jaden Blue is fighting for the second in command role, and he doesn't even have that on lock at all.
Appreciate the in-depth answer, man. Have a great night.
Later, bro. Yeah, Jaden Blue and Tootin are miles apart. Miles apart. This team's looking good. I could use another quarterback potentially here. I could use another tight end. I like Colby Parkinson a lot. I'm going to grab him. I think he's going to be a problem. Wide receivers. Damn. I don't know what to do here at wide receiver. Running back, I feel pretty good about my RBs, but I think I'll just grab... I'm going to time out, so he's the only one I had queued. That's a little early. I could have waited to the next picks, but at least I get somebody I want. I think Tua Tagovailoa could be a Minnesota Vikings starting quarterback. I think Tua is going to be in a position to get some runs. My third quarterback. Not my best pick, but I was timing out. I had him queued. I just swiped because there's only one I queued. Craziest thing to happen in the offseason in the NFL. What do I think would be? What do I think will be or would be? Like A.J. Brown or Max Crosby or Odunze or Pickens gets traded Pickens will be the hardest. That would be the craziest because he's going to get tagged, and they're probably making him play on the tag if they can't work a deal out. So he's almost certainly staying in Dallas, but there is a world where he gets traded on the tag. You know, another team is going to bring him in on the contract he wants, because teams sometimes get tired of waiting and they don't want turmoil. And, you know, Parsons, he didn't need to be traded. You know, Jerry is wild. But I would say one of those would be the wildest trades. But I would not expect Pickens to get traded. It's probably a 5 to 10% chance. I think I even had a bigger number earlier, but I'd say 5 to 10. Yeah, the only thing that comes to mind that would work would be a Max Crosby Pickens related trade. Like that would be insane. That would be probably the craziest trade in offseason move period. It's like Max goes to, I mean, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. And what would be amazing is if it happened really early on, and then you had, you know, the ability to still make a trade or sign like Mike Evans. Like, can you imagine getting Max Crosby and Mike Evans for George Pickens? That would be a pretty good move. I mean, you could say Mike Evans is washed if you want, but that would be a pretty insane maneuver. Or, yeah, AJ Brown trade seems like it could happen as well. Travis, you're live.
Hey, what's up? I was just, I noticed someone said something about Horton in the chat. Do you think Kupp keeps playing? He signed a 3-year deal with them, but he won a Super Bowl. So you think he just keeps rolling it back out there with him, or you think he could possibly retire?
I don't know. I don't really know where his mindset is at to really speak on that. I'll just say I don't think he'll retire, but I really don't know where he may have said something that I didn't hear that would maybe make me think.
No, I haven't heard anything. I guess I'm more wondering what you think about Horton, because if he gets a chance to be the number 2, I like him, because he got hurt this year, but whenever he was in, he had a knack for the end zone.
Yeah, I love him.
You know, he looked good.
He was a mid-season monster, so we loved Horton.
Yeah.
Solid player. Yeah, we'll see. Definitely. You know, him and, like, it kind of feels like he's either going to do something or be worth 0. You know, one or the other.
Yeah, and I think, because I think Shaheed moves on. He's a free agent. Plus, you know, Kubiak. There's a decent chance you could go with Kubiak potentially. So there should be, I would think there would be targets. And then what do you think of Arroyo on that team? Do you think they start working him in more?
I'm hoping.
I think it's just Barner's job.
I'm hoping, but yeah, it could just be more Barner. It's hard to say. I really do like Arroyo and Horton. I think the two really good players. I'm going to take Tunjas here. I think there's, you know, obviously some injury risk there, but I need a third tight end. So I grabbed him, and honestly, I feel really good about everything right now. And going four quarterbacks might seem wild, but not really in a 20-round draft. Because a 20-round draft, you have so much excess, you can really do whatever you want with those 2 extra picks. And I always draft 3 QBs in an 18 round. So if I'm feeling a little shaky about my near auto pick in Tua, because I had him queued, but I didn't really want to pick him there. I just had him queued. I don't know why I even clicked on him. But I think that now that I have Aaron Rodgers, who, I mean, we'll see what happens there. I could get screwed out of the Tua and A-Rod pick. And Brissett. Wouldn't that be wild if I didn't have even a backup quarterback out of the 3? Cardinals screw Brissett, put him on the bench, keep Kyler, and then Tua is cut and not signed as a starter, and Aaron Rodgers retires. That'd be trash. and Lamar still takes me to the promised land. We'll see.
How about Green Bay? You think there's a decent chance they draft a running back, right? Because Wilson, Wilson's decent, but I think he's like 27, isn't he? He's not overly young for a running back. I know he doesn't have a ton of miles, but
I like Wilson.
Seeing
yeah,
where they got left at running back this year, I would think they might take a running back too.
Yeah, I like Wilson. I think he could be pretty good, but yeah, he could get eliminated out of the picture real quickly. Ray Davis, same thing. Like Ray Davis and Wilson both went at the end of this draft, and I like both of them, but they could be irrelevant at the same time. Hard to say. Bigsby could be relevant. Vidal's a good pick, but he also could be relevant. But I think he's right now trending to be a pretty good pick. I think Miami Mike will use him, Malibu Mike will use him. But they could draft somebody and then boom, he's irrelevant. I mean, we thought Gordon was going to get leaned on, and then they just brought right back into the mix. And I mean, so who knows what Mike's going to do? But I do like Vidal.
Yeah, that was funny. That was weird too. How you spend the pick on Ollie, and then I know he wasn't a very high pick, but then he looks good. He looked really, great in the preseason, and then they just don't use him. And then when there comes a chance, all of a sudden Wright's back in the picture. It's like hard to predict sometimes.
Yeah, that's why you got to take rookies with a little bit of a grain of salt. You know, another player that I think they've really screwed up on New England is not playing Chisholm. Like you didn't have a good enough receiving crew to even like warrant anybody saying there's any, like Diggs played well at times, but you could tell the game's passed him by. He can't be consistent. And it's like, Chisholm's always been exciting. He's always kind of delivered, and you had a chance to really, this is where I think Vrabel really needs to get better, is not recognizing this younger talent that can outperform the talent that's there and not developing them quick enough. And you could say, well, he doesn't trust them in a game like that. Well, of course he doesn't, because he didn't use them. But if you would have gotten him ready all year, maybe Chisholm would have been something special. Like, he's got that it factor. Everybody sees it. He's a very popular player.
That was part, and that goes to what I was saying with, and I agree. Like, if Vrabel has to have a say in these things, and has to at least have a feel, and pull the trigger on some of these things. But that was what was confusing to me about McDaniels this year, is that they have a guy like Pop Douglas, they have a guy like Chisholm, and they don't use either of them. I mean, even Pop Douglas they barely used. And in the preseason, you saw both of them. They were tearing it up. And again, I know the preseason you take with a grain of salt, but you get to see what these guys can do at their best. And and they just didn't use either of them. I mean, Chisholm didn't dress half the games, and so like I don't know if that's something they haven't put in the offense yet or what, but the throwing to running backs in general and using the slot receivers, it was non-existent. And how much could they have used that last night? Both of those things.
Yeah, but Chisholm is
short, quick passes.
You've got no other player that's electric or elite at wide receiver. Like, why wouldn't you just say we drafted Chisholm for a reason? Let's just let's develop him, and then by the time the Super Bowl came rolling around, the dude's versed and he's not making big mistakes, and like he has the best ability to surprise out of the entire wide receiver room. And then Hendy, it's like, you get to the big game and you're feeling whatever way you're feeling about not using him. I don't know what the thinking is. Like, don't trust him here or there. Like, then that's on you. You had all year to figure this out. I mean, every other rookie running back's getting leaned on. Every other rookie player eventually is versed. Look at Ted McMillan. He took a while to get him to play consistent, and he's there. Like, you can't, there's no excuse for, we don't trust him, whatever. I mean, Chisholm had a shot. Like, we keep saying the Patriots have no wide receivers. And then you remember that they've got this exciting kid that, like, whenever he's gotten the opportunity, he's blown it up. And you didn't use him. Like, you do have an opportunity. You do have a player. Like, you didn't even try. You didn't even try and use him. You didn't even try and develop him at all. Guy's such an exciting. He was kind of like the Puka Nakua. A lot of people thought this could be that hidden gem wide receiver because Puka was so like we liked him in best ball. We drafted him a lot in best ball, but he was still very, very under the radar. Even in non-best ball, it's hard to buy into Puka. That's why he was one of the best ads of all time in fantasy football history because he was a free agent in 80-90% of all leagues coming out of week one. Like that's how so no one can say, oh, Chisholm is not going to be. You don't know what anybody's going to be. Puka Nakua was 90% available for a reason. He was a completely wild card unknown. You don't know how they're going to use him. I look back on this. I'm like, Chisholm is a receiver. They do have a receiver. And it's Vrabel. Vrabel historically just doesn't want.
It isn't though. I mean, at the end of the day, like you can criticize Vrabel for not having more control over the offense, I guess. But I mean, give me a defensive coach that runs the offense on his team.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, but he is the head coach, and the buck stops with him. And I'm just saying that if he doesn't know when it doesn't matter what anybody else has done. Like I think the head coach is always responsible. And when you sit there and you don't have any weapons, and you're not making sure your weapons are on the field, like Campbell. As much as we can't stand Campbell will like say I want to do this or I want to do that, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like Vrabel is just can't just get away with oh I give McDaniel all of the say, like that's a problem.
No, I I'm not saying that. I don't
It's
know.
both their fault.
To me,
How about that? It's both their fault.
Yeah,
It's both their fault.
That's kind of what I'm trying to say. It's like,
but either way, it's
they're
either way, it pisses me off, and I just don't.
Yeah, and so let's see. I mean, and we'll see what happens too when they actually have better personnel in there, and they haven't even had an off season to.
This is the kind of decision making though that was like Nathaniel Hackett bad. Like Nathaniel Hackett, it was, if anybody remembers back when Javonte Williams was he's finally going to be the starter, tackle breaking monster. This is going to be it. And Nathaniel Hackett just said, no, I don't want to run one running back. I want to use multiple running backs. Didn't leave Javonte in the game. Javonte, we're just pulling our hair out. Like this is just maddening that Hackett's I think it was like week 8 or something, week 7 or 8. We're still just begging Hackett to give Javonte no, we're going to run multiple running backs, putting in I forget who they were. Who were the running backs that he put in?
He had Melvin Gordon, right?
No, that was later. That's later in the story. So I forget who it was, but there was a combo, and then Javonte tears his ACL. And then what's Hackett do? He brings in Melvin Gordon, and he's begging anybody to be the number one running back and get all the carries. I might have it wrong. Maybe he brought in Melvin and then Javonte Torres.
I thought it was that like Melvin Gordon was very much like Ramondre, where he was doing just enough where he could get away with leaving Ramondre in there and not have the masses complain about it.
Maybe that's how.
But Javonte was clearly the better back.
I just know that when Javonte tore his ACL, there was no running backs left. He was pulling. I thought Melvin Gordon jumped on into the picture then, and that he didn't pan out.
Javonte's rookie year, they both had 203 carries. So
right, but it was the year prior, wasn't it? I think it was the year prior.
Well, Javonte's rookie year.
Was it his rookie year? I'm kind of forgetting what year was what year, but all I know is that moral of the story is, the point of what I'm trying to say is, when Javonte tore his ACL, Hackett was giving the full workload to anybody, and he couldn't find one running back. But when he did get it, I forget who went in the lineup. It was one running back after another. He ended up trying 3 different options or whatever. But he was giving all the work to each one of these guys, and you're just like, you couldn't do that for Javonte? You couldn't do that for Javonte? Like, this is how I feel about this New England situation is like, I could just see them drafting another rookie and then trusting that rookie right away. Or in the case of what's his name? What was your other running back that came in and started getting touchdown opportunities? Who plays well? He's solid, but like it's just
Terrell Williams. Is that his name?
what's his name?
The hell was his name?
Who's that running back?
Terrell. Not Terrell. Was it Terrell?
Guys, who was the other New England running back? The other guy that came in, like Ramondre got hurt, and then they were like, "Oh, great, they're just going to give it to him." What was his name? God, why am I blanking on everything tonight? My brain's not working. Jennings. Jennings. Yeah, Jennings. And it's just like that's the way it feels. It's like I could just see them giving Jennings all the work. You know, that's just the kind of thing that like it irks me, man. And I'm just like you're watching a nightmare. You know, I could just see them bring in somebody that doesn't have a handle on anything, but they'll give him all the work and they'll do whatever. I don't know. I kind of wish.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
We'll see.
I'll admit if I'm wrong, but
I hope to God we're dancing, you know, our tails off with the Hendy song off the 5th round value. Like nobody take Hendy around. The guy in our draft took Hendy in the 4th round. You don't need to do that. The draft we just drafted. Hendy is going around 5 now. He's leaving nobody. Like there's so many Hendy haters. You see it even when we started this live stream, people are saying Stevenson's better than Hendy. It's a ridiculous comment. Hendy went in round 4 right here. Round 4. So that's too early. He's going around 5. And it might drop. People might push him into like the 6.1 territory.
Okay, so just because I was curious, I looked it up. So Javante's rookie year was 2021. Him and Melvin Gordon split carries. The year he blew his knee out was the next
That's
season.
what I was saying. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
they signed, it was Chase Edmonds they signed.
Right. I remember that Javante was mixing it up with
Javante only played 4 games. Yeah.
And then once he went down, they
bring in Latavius Murray.
Yes. They had
Melvin Gordon still too.
They're giving everybody all of the work, and he didn't do it with Javante. It made me so upset. Like it was like all of a sudden Javante tears his ACL, and Nathaniel Hackett goes, "Let's start going with one running back," and it's like you absolute imbecile. That's why I can't stand him in Arizona, but we'll see. I don't think he's going to touch too much, but we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely an imbecile hiring. It's one of those things where, again, it's like, does it help anything? 0%. Does it hurt anything? I don't know. How much is he getting? What's getting put on his plate? This is kind of like you hire at Starbucks. Okay, you got the barista person, you got the cashier, you got the manager, and let's say there's somebody that's the worst Starbucks employee of all time. You could hire that person and carry their weight, and then they not affect the production, and you guys kill it. But like, do you put them in charge of something that's going to bog the line down? Are you going to put them at the end of the line, and they're going to be the ones supposed to put the topping on, and they screw up every order that comes out? Everything's perfect until they touch it. Like, what's Hackett going to actually get his meat hooks on? Because Hackett is him and Matt Nagy are the 2 dumbest hires of this entire coaching cycle. Just imbecile hirings. Those guys are in the way. They're imbeciles. And then Adam Gase now going to potentially the Los Angeles Chargers is another imbecile. Those are the 3. And I remember I said it like a couple weeks ago. Someone's like, who are the worst coaches?
Yeah,
Nagy,
named all 3.
Adam Gase, and Nathaniel Hackett, who aren't really in play for anything. Boom, all 3 find jobs. They're the 3 most imbecile hirings that hopefully don't damage anything, but it's certainly not good. I could do it. Anybody could. Gump could be a better coach than Adam Gase, Nathaniel Hackett, and Matt Nagy. Those are the 3 worst coaches in the National Football League. It's just asinine. Eberflus maybe is actually a little worse than 1 or 2 of those guys, but maybe not on defense.
Yeah, those.
We'll see how.
I don't get, and like those are just basically those guys are just like giving their friends a job or giving their former coaches a job, because you can't tell me there's not someone, younger in the system or from another system that you like that you could bring over and start to develop in a coaching position or give some experience to.
It'd be about as dumb as giving Arthur Smith another head coaching job. That would be the biggest disaster to whatever offense he went to. I mean,
I bet he'll get one too if he decides to come back to the NFL.
Can you imagine if he becomes, let's say they fired Campbell in Detroit after a bad year or something weird, and we're like, oh my God, and they bring in, it's my worst nightmare. What he would do to that?
It's amazing how they keep getting jobs.
I just love the people that defend Matt Nagy. They have no clue. Like, oh, Matt Nagy's not bad. I heard he's pretty good.
Coach of the year.
I heard he's pretty respected. That's about as bad as the Darnold arguments earlier. All right, Travis, I think I'm out of here. I don't think I'll do a Dynasty tonight. I'll make it up tomorrow and do a Dynasty show tomorrow, though.
All right. Thanks, Smitty. Talk to you later.
Bro. Appreciate you. Later.
Bye.
Let's see here. Let me go over to Rumble and see if there's any other Rumble comments. I got 20 man over there on Rumble. Hag is over on Rumble. Hag, appreciate you. Smitty, around 3.1K rumblers. I'll try and spread the word. Thank you, Hag, for spreading the word. Aldi over on Rumble. I love my Rumblers. Guys, we're at 3.16K. Tomorrow we'll be at like 3.3 almost. We just keep growing. And when we get to 10K on Rumble, we will have a Rumble.
Rumble.com/The Fantasy Football Show.
We'll have an exclusive Rumble show that's only found on Rumble at 10K. So get ready for that additional beauty added to the repertoire. So if anybody's looking for more the Fantasy Football Show, you're about to get it because Rumble's going to have its own show at 10K. I think that's it. So, guys, if you want to draft with us next time, Underdog promo code Smitty. Underdog will match your first deposit 50% all the way up to $1,000. Use code Smitty. Play 5, get 75 in bonus entries. Thank you all. Appreciate you all. And make sure you get on over to my thefantasyfootballshow.com, which is my bold predictions, trade calculators, rankings, year-round rankings, and then my 24/7, 365 live chat Patreon. Both those links are in the Rumble description, and both those links are in the YouTube description. So check out the 24/7, 365 live chat group. $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Price of a cup of coffee, just like we're talking about at Starbucks. We might even have Nathaniel Hackett or Nagy top it off for you. You want a venti or you want a light? Or whatever the hell they're. I don't know what the sizes are. All right, see you all tomorrow. Appreciate every single one of you. Deuce. Thank you for the gifted membership, super chats, all the attention today. You guys are absolutely amazing. Keep the lights on. Thank you all. Check out the sponsors below. All links are pretty much in the description of every video. So, deuce.